Permit me to welcome you officially to this site. And like they say, the bush you see today is going to be the town or the city of tomorrow. And personally, and as the MD of Heritage Royal Home, I can tell you confidently that if for whatever reason you come here in December, and if you are not able to come in December, I want to give you the assurance that by December, the video you see, that you will see, or if you are able to come physically, you will not see this place like this. I can assure you of that. Heritage is coming to Ibadan for the first time, outside of Lagos actually for the first time. You know, Heritage is just barely 1 year old. So one of the things, or the first thing that was on my mind was to get a land that has a CFO. A land that somebody can buy and just be very sure that there's no money there. Even in Ibadan, there's no money there issues. So apart from the fact that, well, if you get a land that is not properly documented, you can start it and finish it within 6 months if you have your money and all. It's better than Lagos, way better getting documentation done here. So one of the reasons was that we have to get a land that is CFO. We have to get a land that is owned by one person. I didn't want to deal with homeowners. I didn't want to deal with villagers, you know, because of all of the issues, dramas that come with it. So we started searching. And then we wanted somewhere that is not so far from the town. That is not so far from the town that you can easily access. We went to a lot of places. A lot of places. It took me like 9 months to get land. It's not that we were not getting lands, but the things that meet the criteria that we have set for ourselves. So when we got to this place, believe me, we even made a deposit in a place beside Land Republic. Opposite it, that land, opposite it is a court judgment that is on it. We made a deposit on it. But something kept telling me they are not just there yet. Because of the distance, because of the people that owns it and all of that. But at the last minute, you know, they say when you try. If you keep trying one day, you just hit it on the head just like a flea. We just stumbled on that man, and that man was the one that owns this place. He's a director at town planning. He's the owner of the land. And because of that, all the land he has are titled properly. So we had a discussion, and within 1 week, we were able to sort it out. Now, this place is Ijaye. There are villages here. Just where this bus is, you can take a trek and you bust into the village. There are people living there. That is where the ballet is. Yesterday, all of them came here to welcome us formally to their community because for them it's development. Now, if you look at this place, even right now as we speak, I don't know what they call it in English. You know, this is palm trees. They are fully ripe. The villagers yesterday, the youth, were like, we should come and give them or let them harvest it. They've even been doing it behind our back. But we said, okay, fine, go ahead. At least this will be the last one you will harvest. The plants are still standing. So, Iteoluwa Gardens and Park, before we got the land, the name was in my head. I wanted a garden, like in a place where nature can subsist. Where we can have, I don't know, I'm sure we all know Mayfair Gardens. Mayfair Gardens, that's been like a dream to me. Like, you know, when you enter Mayfair, even in the front, you see a lot of plants, tall trees, that create shades, brings in natural air and all of that. That has been something that I've been looking for since I started. I keep telling people, anywhere, any life, I buy one plot of land, any plant you see on it that is a tree, that either fruit or anything, don't cut it. So seeing this, I fell in love and I'm like, okay, this is exactly what I thought. It has a CFO. It's not far from the road. From the road, we had to expand the road. That road we came out from the express. We had to expand it because it was an old road. Straight down that road leads to Fiditi. Fiditi is a big town in Ireland. So if you go straight down without us turning this way, it leads to Fiditi. So there are communities, chunk of communities, people living here and there. Down this road, there's a school. There's another secondary school, a big secondary school. Like last week, I just saw them trooping from here, the trek, and I was like, what happened? So now there's a school there. I even thought it was just this one and the other one that we came from. So this is a place where once it's opened up, the development will go fast. You can see it's not so far from, what is this place? Ojo. It's not so far from Ojo. Akinyele local government itself is still down the road. There's a market there. That is the Ijaye market. There's an health center there, just after this junction that we entered through. And you know, the estate is like this. So towards the back, we'll be busting out of that village we saw while we're coming now. Where I don't know if you noticed the burial ground. Yeah. So it's going towards that end. So all of the plan is we'll have like 3 entrances. One there. This here, our front, still goes beyond this junction. Down, down, down. That is the front of this estate. So it's going to be a very large and long front. And then we'll have another entrance somewhere at the back because there's a road that will still. So if you are coming in, eventually you'll be closer even to the main road. If you are coming through that back gate, because there's a road there. This road, we had to work on it. The villagers came and were thanking us because they use bike. It's a road. They use all these small vehicles, and most of their children, they are trekking. And yes, the old women came out and were praying. That's how we have come to establish their village. So, and right now, what we are doing is we want to maintain these plants. We want to maintain them. Eventually, one of the things we promised, if you see, we said green plants per plot. God bless you. Green plants per plot. So we know that with this, we can easily achieve that. The palm trees go up to the end. So eventually, by the time we map out the layout and people are being allocated, we may have to uproot some, because what it means is that within a plot, we have like 4 or so, or we'll eventually leave at least 1 in each of those plots, so that people can, at least to keep our promise, then we create our routes and all. So we also said we are going to have a section that will be like a mini farm for poultry, birds, basically. And that's why we said we'll have a farm market. Because here, surrounding this place, there are lots of farms, even in Monia. So people can come where they can buy at cheaper prices within the estate. People that live within the estate. We have lots of plants. Nothing unachievable. If you look at what is here, nothing is unachievable. Reserve business plots definitely will be here, because eventually we'll have some specific commercial ventures, eateries, car wash, car parks, supermarkets, for people that want to. So that if you come and say, oh, I want to eventually have a supermarket or within the estate, there will be reserved spots for all of that. So our plans, these are our basic estate features for now, which will fall as much as possible within the primary development. The plan is that in the next 2 years, hopefully a lot of this place will be more developed then. By that time, we would have, we'll do major development. And then it will now be a function of having discussions with the residents or the subscribers to say, we have a list of, we have a list of ideas of what we want to do. We have a list of ideas of what we want to do, major infrastructures, what do you guys want? And then it will be a meeting, and then the decisions will be made. That is when the major developmental plans will come to effect. In the next few weeks, the tractor that was taken out this morning has a malfunction. There's another one inside. They went to buy fuel. In the next week, we should have done reasonable clearing. The plan is to start fencing. And the first fence, I want to show you something. The first palm tree that is here, the plan is to have, if you look at this palm tree setting, it's setting. They set it. There's a structure here, specific distance from each other. So what we want to do is that from this first palm tree, the fence will go, so that we'll have the palm tree in front of the fence. One just straight down like that. And then the others will fall inside. We'll have the welcome area, the car park, and all this place will be like our setback up to that first palm tree. So now, talking about the prices, we started this estate this month. We are on pre-launch. We did something called early bird offer.